Hello everyone, Cole Source Dickinsona here, and I'm recording this a tiny bit early, but this is the 200 subscriber special. I'm here with my good friend Leonard, and let's get into it. First thing, thank you guys so much for 200 subs. Definitely not as big, obviously, as some of the people on this platform, but still, just 200. That's a pretty big milestone for me. I didn't even think I would get like 50 subscribers when I first started out. Just a few years ago. I think it was like 3 years at this point, which that's just crazy to think. You know, I'm glad that I was able to kind of join this incredible community of. It's kind of like a split between the dinosaur lovers and the reptile lovers, and I'm glad that we are all able to come together. And especially like through my videos. I think that's just awesome. I've met tons of great people. I've made amazing friends. I mean, you look at Cow King Herper, we're like best friends at this point, and that's because of my YouTube channel. And honestly, there's no better thing than being able to meet incredible people through this platform. And that's why this platform exists. So I've had such a great time. Yeah, as I said in the funny moments at the end, just thanks guys. It's incredible. I know it doesn't sound sincere when I say it, but really thank you all so much. Making videos is one of my favorite things to do in my free time. And I've always been making videos ever since I was like able to use an iPad when I was really little. I'm gonna try to find some of those videos to show you guys. But yeah, ever since I was really young, I've been making like the Dinosaur Island type stuff. I've been recording animals, like I would catch like ringneck snakes and I would film it like it was a nature documentary, and I would make like joke skits type stuff when I was really young as well. And to think that like I would start uploading them on YouTube, I would never do it when I was little, but just one day I was like, let's upload one on YouTube, and ever since then it has just been incredible. Yeah. Yeah, now let's talk about like what's in the future. What's in the future? Future stuff. Now, the future is not all bright. As you can see behind me, it's my reptile shelf. I'm very proud of my reptile shelf. I'm going to be moving Raptor actually very soon into a larger tank. I'm sorry that these are a little bit messy. I do need to clean them, but I'm moving him. So I'm waiting to move him, but I need to wait for my plants to get here. And it's a long, complicated tale. But as you can see here, there's an empty spot on my reptile shelf. And those of you who have seen the reptile shelf before remember there was a tank there. Well, unfortunately, that is where my dart frogs actually lived. And I'm assuming that you guys can understand why I used the past tense there, but if you didn't, then I should probably go ahead and say my dart frogs unfortunately both did pass away last week. I don't know why. I don't really know. I wish that I did know. That's the thing that's really been bugging me, is because like one day I saw them both and they were fine. Then the next day I didn't see either of them all day. And by the end I was just thinking, oh, well, sometimes they'll hide for like a day. They'll probably come back out tomorrow. It'll be okay. And so I get in my bed and I start worrying, because I'm very good at doing that. So I start worrying and I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'll just get up. I'll check on the dart frogs. We'll both be there. It'll be okay. I'll go back to bed and I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll go to school. Unfortunately, it didn't really pan out that way. because when I got up and I turned on my light, I saw that Queotl was sitting in the front of the tank, dead. From there, I was really worried about Tlaloc, because obviously my next worry would be about Tlaloc being in that environment with another dead frog. So I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna have to get Tlaloc out, and I'm gonna have to put him in a quarantine setup, because I don't know, it could be a disease that's going around through the frogs, and I wouldn't want him to catch it. So I start looking for him, and eventually I just don't find him. And I pick up the tank off the shelf, because at this point I am stressed to, like, you know, my wit's end. So I take this tank, it weighs about 40 pounds, it's a heavy tank, and I put it on my bed, and I should mention this is all happening at about 1 a.m. I put the tank on my bed and I start sorting through it. I start looking through all the leaves, and I start getting more and more stressed. And eventually I see him as well, dead, sitting underneath the bromeliad. I don't know what happened. I really wish I did know what happened. It could have been some sort of parasite that Queotl had just had the entire time ever since I first got him. I don't think it was something that Tlaloc had, because Tlaloc was always a little bit more rotund than Queotl. So if I had to guess, it was either a parasitic thing, or maybe the temperature or humidity was a fluctuation. Either way, dart frogs are incredibly high stress animals, and especially for beginner keepers, they were my first amphibians that I kept long term. They're incredibly high stress, and they can't deal with large temperature fluctuations, because where they live, it stays about the same temperature and humidity all year round. So I don't really know. I try to stay on top of, like, keeping my humidity in my room and my temperature in my room pretty stable throughout the day. Obviously, I have other animals that are doing completely fine in this type of habitat, and yeah. But I don't know. I may lose some subscribers for that, and to what that I have to say, you know, I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. I'm not trying to guilt trip anyone. I'm just taking you guys along the life of a reptile keeper, and unfortunately death is a part of life. I think I said that in my gray rat snake video, in which I did a preserved specimen of the gray rat snake. And yeah, so that was pretty hard recently. Let me think about anything else. That's actually one of the main reasons that I wanted to do this little update video, is because of the dart frog's unfortunate passing. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get any more dart frogs, so you don't have to worry. I don't think I'm going to get any more amphibians in general, actually. I think that I may stick with reptiles, because they're much, much, much less stress animals, especially when it comes to humidity and the type of water. You know, dart frogs, they need a very specific type of water. They're going to absorb toxins through their skin. It's a lot to maintain. Yeah, so that kind of sucks. But what else to expect in the future? I got a new computer, so it has a new webcam. So I'm gonna be recording probably some gaming videos. I know I did an Isle stream, so I hope that I will do some more, maybe even some Isle videos, probably some more with Cow King Herper. I think that would be pretty fun. Tell me if you would like to see some gaming videos. That's kind of actually not really a change. I've kind of been doing the gaming streams for a while, ever since like Bashid and Kashid, which I would like to do more of. I think that would be fun. But yeah. Expect a crested gecko care guide as well, because I've been caring for these guys for a long time, and I think I've kind of nailed their husbandry. They're great animals. I love crested geckos. Oh, totally almost forgot. I have a podcast now, guys. If you want to hear me and Cal King Herper talk for about an hour and a half, then go on over to the Herps and Derps podcast. I will put a link in the description, and you can listen to us talk about reptiles, which it's a fun. I'm editing one of the podcasts right now. It's a lot of fun to make, and I hope that you guys would like it. If you don't like it, you don't have to, obviously, but I would really appreciate it if you guys went over and checked that out. But yeah, I don't think there's too much more else to say. Oh, actually, I forgot one thing. Just like with the 100 subscribe, when I hit 100 subscribers, and then when I hit 150, I kind of did it as well. But 200 subscriber Q&A is going to happen, so if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, put them in the comment section below, and I will answer them in the next video, which will be the Q&A. I will also be putting something up on my Instagram story asking for Q&A questions as well, so you can go over there, follow me at Colsaurus_Dickinsoni to see all of my some more stuff. I don't actually post there very often, so it may not be worth it, but you can always go ahead and check it out. Not too much more to think. Thank you guys again for 200 subscribers. I know that this one, unfortunately, is not as happy as my last one was, but I really hope that you guys understand. But yeah, without further ado, Colsaurus Dickinsoni and Leonard the Crested Gecko signing out.